Hi Botanical Medicine Club, Ryan here, your club vice president. I hope you've had some time to gather your ingredients to make our traditional chai. In today's video, we're going to go ahead and turn those ingredients into a beautiful beverage. So, just as a reminder, what we have here for our spices are cinnamon, cardamom, and clove. We have our fresh ginger. I chopped this up. Now I really enjoy ginger, so I did 4 thick slices of ginger and just cut it up into smaller pieces because the more surface area, the more you're going to get out of the ginger. We also have our black tea. I'm using 4 tea bags, the equivalent of 2 tablespoons. And we also have our adaptogenic herbs, which is what I'm adding to my variety. I'm using Withania and Ocimum. Okay, so what we're going to do for this recipe is first we're going to take our whole spices here. So 1 cinnamon stick, half a cinnamon stick. I wanted more, so I'm going to go for the whole stick. I'm using 5 to 7 pods of cardamom as well as 3 to 4 cloves. So I'm just going to add those to the mortar and pestle here and crush them up a bit. And again, you can really tailor this recipe to whatever you like. So if you're using peppercorn, star anise, fennel seeds, anything else, if it's a whole spice, also add it to this and crush it up. So I have my crushed spices. They smell so good. And so I'm gonna go ahead and add our cup of water to the pot here. I know you can't see it well, but I'm just adding water here. I'm going to turn the stove on to get it boiling. It's on high. Now I'm going to add the crushed up spices to the water. I'm also going to add in my ginger. And lastly, the black tea. So I'm going to bring this to a boil, and once this starts boiling, you're going to put the lid on it. This keeps all the volatile oils in your liquid here, and turn the heat off, and you're just going to let it sit. So this is an infusion, and you want to let it sit for a minimum of 10 minutes to get the flavor out of all of your herbs and spices here. However, the longer you let it sit, the stronger your tea is going to be. I prefer a stronger chai, so I'm probably going to let this, once it starts boiling, turn it off. I'll probably let mine sit for a good, at least 20-30 minutes. Just leave it alone, walk away, and then I will see you back when that's done. So at this point, go ahead and pause the video. Just as a reminder, bring your water to a boil. Once it's done boiling, turn it off and just let it sit with the lid on. Okay, I will see you soon to strain. Okay, so this is just starting to simmer. I wanted to hop back on because I forgot to add in my adaptogens. So if you're adding any extra herbs such as the rose, Withania, Eleuthero, you also want to add it in at this point. All right, so this is just starting to boil. So I'm gonna turn it off, keep that lid on to preserve all of our volatile oils, and let it sit. All right, so the infusion here has been sitting for me for about 30 minutes for you, however long you chose to let it infuse for. So, oh, it smells really good. I'm just gonna kind of give this a nice mix here. Everything looks good. Okay, so I usually just like to strain into my glass measuring jars, so that's what I'm gonna do now. Let's strain this out. I like to press down a little just to get out any extra liquid, especially if you're using the tea bags. They tend to trap some of the liquid. So just put all that out. Okay. Now, I'm gonna stir in the sweetener here. So this is 2 to 3 tablespoons. I'm using 2 tablespoons. In the original video, I said I was gonna use honey, but I changed my mind and opted for maple syrup instead. So I'm gonna go ahead and stir that in. Just stirred the maple syrup in, and now let's go ahead and add our cup of milk. Just stirring as I pour so everything gets well incorporated here. Okay, so here we have our traditional chai. Let's try it, shall we? So I'm just gonna pour mine back into the milk cup. Cheers. Delicious. I hope yours came out really great. Mine is really nice. It has a nice, strong spice flavor, and it's nice and creamy with the milk. And for me, 2 tablespoons of sweetener was perfect. So one note I would make for this is you could possibly heat up the milk before you add it in, because it did drop the temperature down a bit. So I hope you make your chai, save some of it for Sunday, and come meet me on Zoom so we can have some chai together and discuss what we all did. And again, that's Sunday the 28th at 12. So I'll see you all then. Bye.